now, you've all heard the old saying, if you can't beat them, sign them. Hello and welcome back to Rogers Reports. I am your host Rogers with the most Aston Villa content on YouTube. If you're enjoying, leave a like, subscribe down below, notifications on so you don't miss a thing. And today, or yesterday rather, some big transfer news did break from the Sky Sports themselves, the cartel, the protectors, the only guardians of the original top six, even if they are finishing 15th and 16th in the Premier League right now, that Aston Villa have internally discussed and may progress with a move for free agent Kevin De Bruyne in the summer. One of the best midfielders to ever grace the Premier League. But is this transfer as straightforward as it would appear? Would he get into our team? How much would he play? And would a deal be worth it for Aston Villa? All of those things will be discussed today, as well as your comments down below, and I will be replying to every single one. What do you guys think? Is Kevin De Bruyne a good fit for Aston Villa? Well, let's have a look at the player. Not that he needs many introductions. So, as you can see on the screen, Mr. De Bruyne is 33 years of age. By the time next season starts, he will be 34. So you really think that he would have, a season, maybe two, left in him at this elite Premier League level. He also has been struggling with injuries, which we're going to touch on a little bit later. Primarily centre mid, attacking mid. We all know where Kevin De Bruyne can play. This season in the Premier League, as you can see, 24 games, 16 starts, 7 assists and 3 goals. Still getting an average rating of 7.2 and got an 8.1 against Villa when they did just beat us 2-1 to end our Champions League hopes. We all know about his career history. We know he's played loads of games for Man City. We know he's one of the best Premier League midfielders of all time. But if we go down this season, you'll see he's still playing at an elite level despite the age, despite the injuries. 3 goals, like I say, 7 assists off of an expected assist of only 5.6. Still completing about 82.5% of his chances, 70% of his long balls, 25% of his crosses. He's created 51 chances for his teammates. Now, 51 chances and only 16 starts and only 1,400 minutes played. There's a reason he's the best midfielder probably that's ever played in the Prem. Defensively, leaves a little bit to be desired. It's not really his type of game. In possession as well, it's okay. But, look, it's Kevin De Bruyne at the end of the day. Look at his accolades here on the right-hand side of the screen. FA Cup twice, Premier League 6 times is that. The J-League World Challenge, very important trophy, but the Champions League, the Carabao Cup, UEFA Super Cup. With Wolfsburg, he won the Super Cup in the DFB Pokal. With Genk, he won the First Division over in Belgium. He's won it all. We know how good he is. The age, the contract is a bit of an issue, as well as the injuries. Let's have a little look. So as you can see on the screen, his injury problems have really started to come to the forefront in the last couple of years. He's never been shy of having an injury, let's put it that way, as you can see from the sort of 2021 season onwards. 2022 he actually had a good year, but then last year there was that big hamstring injury beginning on August the 12th, ending in December in 2023. 128 days missed, 30 games at club and national level, and then he wasn't even ready to come back. You can see there, fitness straight away the day after, missed a further 12 games, and then that has reoccurred this season. Hamstring muscle injury, as you can see, missing 44 games, 12 games for club and country, and you can see those last couple of seasons there, and you even go back to 18-19, he missed 36 games. Obviously a bit younger, you can recover a bit more from those types of injuries. Once you get to this age and the hamstrings and the groin and that starts to go, you really can be in trouble. We've got, as you can see on the screen, is his salary. £400,000 per week. For a 34-year-old, is he gonna take much of a pay cut to come to Villa from 400 grand? And that is why I think this transfer isn't as straightforward as perhaps one would imagine. Now, if it was 5 years ago and you said we're going to try and sign Kevin De Bruyne at 28 years of age, I mean, everyone would be like, yes, please, just give him the money. But He's a 33, 34-year-old by the start of the next season, £400,000 a week, starting to get repetitive hamstring or muscular injuries. Later on in his career, they're harder to come back from. And at the moment, we have a pretty settled midfield, right? Tielemans and Kamara play a little bit further back. You'd like to think if we signed De Bruyne, he might be playing in that 10 role, which means we'd have to bump out the likes of Asensio, wouldn't be able to sign him. Rodgers wouldn't be able to play in that 10 anymore. I know he plays out wide. McGinn. Tielemans not further forward with Onana as well. Where does Onana go? We just paid £50 million for him. And I thought he actually played really, really well. Whether you just go straight up for the Belgium connection and go Tielemans, Onana and De Bruyne, but then you're dropping Kamara, is this a sign that perhaps Kamara isn't going to sign that luxurious new contract we have presented on the table for him? That would be a great miss. I'd rather keep Kamara than sign a 34-year-old De Bruyne. It will displace other players, the likes of McGinn, like I've already mentioned, Ross Barkley. I know he only plays on the bench at the moment, but still, he's still with us for another year. I think we're so stacked in midfield when everyone's fully fit. We don't need to spend all of our money on a 34-year-old. And it's mad that I'm going to say this. It's mad. Hey, it's crazy. I wouldn't sign De Bruyne. I would rather invest that money somewhere else. I know that there's no transfer fee because he's a free agent, but I'd rather have... I mean, look, hey, our salary to, profit turnover is terrible at Villa. I'd rather keep that on the lower side and not have to spend upwards of £350,000 on De Bruyne when we have more than capable midfielders who are just starting to gel and play really, really well together. But what do you guys think? Leave your comments down below. I'll be very interested to read them on this one because this is going to be, I think, one that's going to spark a lot of opinion. And I'll see you guys soon.